Let's do this. This or this? Huh? Come up, choose this or this. Which do you prefer, this or this? This? Do you prefer this? Ah, this cat. It just occurred to me that this is going to be hard. God damn. Come up, come up. So I had a couple of book options for each prompt and I was not sure which one to pick, and so I just decided to turn to my ever trusted advisor, Kriti, to help me make that decision. And if you all like this video, I might end up making this a usual thing for all my TBRs from today onwards. This or this? Choose, just help me, just make a decision. Why are you so undecided, this or this? Choose, pick one, this or this. Come up. Why are you so uninterested? Help me make a decision. No, not my mic, not my mic, not my mic. Ah, goddamn. Clearly, the running around is not working and my cat is proving stubborn. So let's see if I can give him a little bit of an incentive. Okay, let's bring out the toys. Let's see if your toys will work. There's this and there's this. Choose one. Come up. No. Come up. Come. Choose one. Come up. Hey, baby. This or this? Choose. Is that the one you want? Not this. Not this. Not this. Okay. I guess I'm reading. Okay, Girl Serpent Thorns in. We'll kick things off with Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Bashardost. This is my pick for the fuck ableism prompt, which is for us to pick a book with a main character with a disability. And the main character in this, Soraya, does have a disability in the sense that her skin is poisonous to touch. As such, she has lived all her life secluded away because of the fear of what it is that her coming in contact with people would mean for their lives. And when it is that her twin brother's wedding day draws closer, she decides to finally take her life in her own hands, and she has a choice. She can either reach out to the demon who is trapped in the dungeon of the castle because she's a princess, or she can go to the surface, right, where people exist, especially a young man who seems to see her as more than the princess with the poisonous skin. So I am very intrigued. This is my fairy lit edition, as you can see. All sprayed edges. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, Girl Serpent Thorn is the first book I'm going to be reading in July. This or this? Come up. This or this? This or this? Yo, which one of them? Which of them? This one? This one or this one? Come up. Choose. Which one do you want? This or this? Okay. Okay. I'll work with that. I'll work with that. Good boy. Good boy. Technically, you're not picking the book. You're just picking the feathers, but I will take what I can get. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ, this guy. The next prompt is Fuck Ageism, and we're meant to pick a book with a character who is 50 years or older. And the book my kitten chose for me is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. Like everybody, I watched the Witcher show. The only thing is that I had played the game because I'm a hardcore Witcher fan. Witcher Last Hunt, that game is just epic on so many levels. So I am a gamer and I am a Witcher gamer lover. And when the show came out, I was like, oh yeah, cool. Initially, I wanted to wait and read the books first, but I was like, let me just watch the show. And I love the show so much that I did order all the Witcher books. They are currently on their way. They should arrive in time for me, probably in the next week or so. So I will be able to read it. And The Last Wish is just basically a series of short stories that give us an idea of who Geralt of Rivia is and the Witcher lore and the world that is built, you know, and all the different characters and peoples and relationship is developed. So it's very interesting for setting background with regards to who the character is. For you to understand The Last Wish is basically what the first season of the Witcher show is based off of. So yes, I'm actually really excited about it because I've been wanting to read it, but I didn't know how soon I could get to it. And now my kitten has chosen The Last Wish for me, and I know you'll be really offended if I do not live up to my part of the bargain, so I'm going to be reading it. And yes, it does work for the Fuck Ageism front because Geralt of Rivia is centuries old. due to the mutations of him being a witcher. That's why he looks young, but he is centuries old. A lot of the characters in that series are centuries old. Which of these two? This or this? This or this? Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure? Not this one. Pick the book. Don't eat it. Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate you for your service, Your Royal Highness. Thank you. Your humble servant is grateful. The next prompt is fuck capitalism, and we're meant to pick a book with a main character that tries to subvert or trick or swindle a capitalist system in a bid to survive. And the book Kitty chose is Foundricide. Foundricide by Robert Bennett Jackson. In this, we follow Santia, who is a thief. I know I've already established on this channel that I seem to have a thing, a love for thieves, and this is no different. So in this, we follow Santia, who is a thief, who has been tasked to steal an artifact, a certain powerful artifact, by one of the merchant houses. Now, the merchant houses have turned the country, the world that she lives in, into a very an intense capitalist machine, right? And they benefit from all this. They benefit from all these objects of power that are being stolen. But turns out that the object that Sansia was sent to steal has way more power and can do way more than she initially bargained for. And when one of these merchants seeks to double cross her and kill her, Sansia runs away with the artifact, and it's now up to her to marshal an unlikely group of allies together to help her. So yes, there would also probably be some chosen family in this as well, which you all know is also a trope I very much love and adore. And I know that Sansia is a person of color. I think she is black, I'm not sure. But I also know that this book is queer, so it's just ticking multiple boxes for me, and I'm down with that. I'm totally and completely down with that. Who would have thought? Like, Kitty has great, like, sharp instincts. Sharp instincts. Help me choose. This or this? Come pub. This or this? Come pub. This or this? Like, I love how you're just over there staring like you. Oh, really? That's your choice? Thank you. Once again, I appreciate you for your service. The next prompt is fuck white supremacy, and we're to pick a book that challenges white supremacist ideals. And the book I'm choosing for that is Black and British by David Olusoga. Now, it is not uncommon for white supremacists to like to tell black people living in Britain for them to go back to where they are from, essentially eradicating the centuries of history that Black Britons have in Britain. And that is something that David Olusoga seeks to change in his book by challenging that belief, by challenging that statement, by showing the histories of Black people who have been living and thriving and surviving in Britain from the early Roman era to the Tudors, to the Georgians, to the Victorian era, even all the way to the present age. And it's a book I've had on my shelf for quite a while. I have it signed. And personalized, and I've been waiting to read it since, and Kitty chose Black and British for me, so I am definitely going to be reading it in July. Next choice, this or this? Come on. This or this? Yo, why are you nibbling on the step ladder? Come on, let me choose. This or this? Come up. This or this? Oh, that's your choice, huh? I know, right? Pretty. I like how you're just randomly choosing feathers. Like, there's no thought or reason, is there? I will take my chances. Thank you very much for the choice. I appreciate it. Stop trying to eat my book. I know you're trying to eat the feather, but seriously, thank you. The next prompt is fuck theological fundamentalism, also fuck religious intolerance, and this prompt is meant to be personal, so you're meant to pick a book featuring a character with a religion that is separate / different from yours. And Kitty chose Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. I've been wanting to read this book, and July is just definitely the month when I'm going to read it. In this, we follow Zainab, who, after she stands up to her bigoted teacher, decides to take a trip to Doha after all that fallout, because definitely she needs the distance. It's expected. And on our trip to Doha, she runs into Adam, who is also suffering from multiple sclerosis. So this book can also work for my fuck ableism prompt as well, if I'm not able to finish Girl Serpent Thorn, even though I kind of am interested in seeing if I can actually pull it off. Anyway, She meets Adam with multiple sclerosis and who is keeping the truth away from his family because he just lost his mother, and he does not want to add that added grief to his family. And such, they've been keeping all these thoughts bundled in a journal. And I think that there's something about a case of the switched journals that would give the other person a deeper insight into what the other person's life is all about. Like, I am very intrigued by this book and I want to read it. And just in case you didn't know, Sajid over at Books and My Social Life interviewed SK Ali for Quarantine Pages. I'm going to like insert the video so you could see it, and go watch it. Go watch it. It's just amazing. When I finish reading this book, I'm going to go back and watch that interview again just so that I can get in all the feels. But yeah, Love from A to Z by SK Ali. This or this? This or this? Come up. This or this? That's the one you prefer. Smart boy. Smart kitty. Smart kitty. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for your service. Next up is Fuck Book Elitism, and we're meant to read the trashiest, cheesiest, tropiest book on our shelves. And the book that Kitty chose for me is The Baller. The Baller by Vi Keeland, which I am just over here like, okay, see, all these writers wanting me to be semi-interested in sports. I don't get it because sports are not my thing. But anyway, he chose The Baller by Vi Keeland, and I have to respect the choice. And in this book, we follow our lead protagonist, who is a sportscaster. And when she gets the chance of a lifetime to interview a professional football player, she goes in meant to do the interview. And when she drops her first question, he drops trowel, or technically he drops his towel on live TV. So she's staring at this man's dong and she's like, damn. Anyway, she's all, I got your number. You're a player. But turns out that the player wants to be with her, and then they have this all back and forth push-pull relationship. Like, it's probably going to be predictable. We already know how the story is going to end, and yeah. It still works for the Fuck Book Elitism prompt, and I'm excited to read it. So The Baller by Vi Keeland. Help me choose. Up. This or this? This or this? This or this? Yeah, here you go. This or this? Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. Thank you. The next prompt is Fuck Gentrification, and we're meant to pick a book with a character who is either dealing with or fighting the gentrification of their communities. And the book that Kitty chose for me is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I'm actually really excited about it. This will be my very first N.K. Jemisin book. I'm so sad to admit that out loud, but I'm really excited to read it. In this, basically, N.K. Jemisin gives us a world, right, that is similar to ours. The only difference is that every city in the world has a soul, except for New York. New York has 5 souls, each represented by each of the 5 boroughs. And when a great evil arises, it is up to the avatars of New York, the people New York has chosen to fight for the city. Each one of them represented by each of the 5 boroughs. It will be up to them to fight this ancient evil, and all of this is set against a backdrop of gentrification. So I'm really, really excited to read this, and I am getting this on audio because one of you all dropped in the comments that with the sound effect and the way in which it was voiced, that the audio is a beautiful, remarkable experience. So I would be reading it the first time on audio. I'm probably doing a reread physically because I did also buy a physical copy of the book that I am expecting to arrive in the next month and a half, I think. But yes, The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin for the Fuck Gentrification prompt. This or this? Last choice, last pick. Come up. This or this? Come up. This or this? This or this? Hey baby, this or this? This or this? Come up. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for your service and your choice. And the last book-related prompt is Fuck Slut Shaming, and we're meant to pick a book with a character that loves to have sex and is not ashamed about it. So yes, lots of sex positivity. And the book that Kitty chose for me is French Kissing Season 1 by Harper Bliss. In this, we follow a group of Parisian women, most of them queer, just basically having the best time of their life, having a ton of sex, falling in love, getting heartbreak, dealing with a relationship that has existed for 10 years, and the pain that comes from when it is that you realize that you're separating, or somebody who has been so invested in their work that they've not really had time for relationships, or the youngest worker in their PR agency slash firm who is getting a bit too close to a client. So yes, these are Parisian women having a ton of sex, falling in love, dealing with a heartbreak. I have this on audio. I got it on Audible for their romance package, and I'm really, really excited about reading it. So that is the last book related prompt for the FuckAthon. The next prompt has to do with you doing something for yourself, which is for the Fuck with Yourself prompt. And then the last prompt is to read the group book, The Source of Self-Regard, which is also on its way. It's coming in the same package as my Witcher book, so I'm really excited about that. But I am also participating in the pop culture readathon, which was created by Whitney Elizabeth and is co-hosted by Laurie. I'm going to leave the Twitter link and Whitney and Laurie's link down in the description bar so you can check it out and see, because this readathon is so fucking cool. It's basically inspired by all the pop culture moments, iconic pop culture moments. Like, the level of creativity and talent that went into this readathon. Of course, I had to participate. You could pick different teams and choose to sit at different tables, and then each one of this team has their own bingo board, but luckily we are not mandated to like tick out all the entirety of the bingo board. We can just choose how we want to go. I'm going to pop up the bingo board on screen so you can see it. It is really brilliant and creative and gorgeous and like amazing, isn't it? Anyway, so we have the bingo board. I'm not sure if Whitney said anything about combining prompts, but I'm combining prompts because I'm also doing the FuckAthon. So I'm doing two readathons in July. Everybody pray for me. Anyway, so I have my preferred table. I'm going with Thrill Ride because we're the weirdos, mister. Like, it just, if you know me, you know. And the bingo board, I'm taking just the two middle columns. Like, I'm leaving the top and the bottom free. So once I can complete that middle, for me, it's a success. And what I did was that the books that already worked from the FuckAthon, I'm just going to be reading them both for that. But there are certain prompts that I had to pick new books for. So anyway, the first prompt for me is I Know What You Did Last Summer, and we're to read a 2019 release. And the book I'm choosing for that is A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. Now, this book, I wanted to read this book since it was first announced, and then when I found out that Fairy Loot was going to put it in their box, I was like, yep. So I was just like, I didn't need to buy 2 copies, but I'm going to still buy the paperback because paperbacks for this are gorgeous. Anyway, I digress. In this, we follow 2 sisters, right? Both of them battling to take on the throne, and it becomes a matter of life and death. And when it is that the younger sister, Ava, who has blood magic that has not been seen in centuries, when she realizes that her elder sister, Issa, is out to kill her, or at least she assumes is out to kill her, she realizes that she needs people on her team and she needs to learn how to, cultivate her power and channel it successfully in order to win this battle. Princess over at Castle Library loves this book, and she was like, yo, Noria, you have not read A River of Royal Blood. What the fuck are you doing? Read A River of Royal Blood. Princess, I am reading A River of Royal Blood in July, I promise. So yeah, A River of Royal Blood. See, my books, the books, they are lots so far. Okay. So next prompt is Everybody's Secret. Read a mystery or thriller, and I think for me, The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin works for this because there's an ancient evil. We're trying to figure out who the ancient evil is. How can we defeat? I think it works for the thriller or mystery part for that prompt. So I'm going to be using The City We Became for that. Next prompt is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and we're to pick a book that has the chosen one trope. Now, Kitty didn't choose this book. He chose Foundry Side instead, but I think it still works, so I'm going to be picking it up. And that is Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. Now, this book, I started reading it in June, but I didn't finish. Like, I think I stopped in like the first 50 pages, but I'm really intrigued because I started like really late in June, and I just knew I was not going to be able to finish in a month. So I just put it away. I'm like, I'll read it in July, and thank the universe that there's a prompt that works for it. So in this is basically a gender bender story of the Arthurian legend, the legend of King Arthur, set in space, and the battle is 2 prongs. It's against Morgana, and it's against a capitalist private system that basically runs the entire universe. I know it's really, really awesome. This book is really, really queer, and just it has gender bender Arthurian legend set in space, and it's really queer. with the lead character Ari, who is like, she is a total badass so far, at least in the first 50 pages. I just love the fact that she's so sarcastic. Like, she is so, the sarcasm is strong in this one. So I'm picking Once and Future for this, and I just, it totally works. Next up is Calling the Corners, and we have to read a book with one of the 4 elements: earth, fire, water, and air. And the book I'm choosing is The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Now, I have had this book since it got released. I started it, I don't know what happened, but I never did finish it. I stopped at page 78, so really early into this book, but I was intrigued enough to know that I wanted to finish it, and now I get the chance to do so because Water Dancer, water, it totally works. In this, we follow young Hiram Walker, who was born into slavery, and his mother was sold to another plantation, and without him getting like a heads up or being aware of the sale. And when she leaves, she does bestow on him a mysterious power, a power that rises to save him when he almost drowns. And with the knowledge of this power, Hiram realizes that this is an opportunity to finally escape, and so he takes it, and he travels from the plantation he was at in Virginia, and he meets a group of people along the way, encounters both slavers and the enslaved, and basically, whilst he's on this journey, he's constantly reminds himself of his need to go back home and free the people he left behind. This is Ta-Nehisi Coates' first fictional novel, and I've been wanting to read it ever since I realized that. And July is the month when I finally get around to reading it. So yes, The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates will work marvelously well, perfectly well with this prompt. Next prompt is, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus, and we have to read a book that includes magic, and like any of the books works, right? Water Dancer has a bit of magic. Once and Future does have Merlin the magician, and he practices magic. River of Royal Blood, of course, there's magic in it, and Foundry Side also has magic. Girl Serpent Thorn also has magic in it. The City We Became also has magic in it. So any of those books will work. Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board, we have to read a book with a creepy or haunted feel, and for that I once again chose The City We Became, because the whole point of cities having souls, and the souls being aware enough for New York to decide to raise its own avatar to save it. Like, creepy, haunted, I think it worked. Then the next prompt is Candyman, and we have to read a book with supernatural creatures, and for this I am choosing The Last Witch by Andrzej Sapkowski, because what the Witcher does is that he hunts monsters, he hunts creatures, and I think it works for this prompt. And finally, there's Scream 2. We have to read a book in your second favorite genre, and my second favorite genre is science fiction / contemporary. My favorite genre, you all know, is fantasy. So I already have 2 books on this list that work for either of them. So Love from A to Z would totally fit for my contemporary prompt. The same thing with The Baller, French Kissing, those work. And science fiction, Once and Future would also work for that. So I have the 2 lines that I intend to score like on my bingo board for the Pop Culture Readathon. I'm really excited. So yeah, these are all the books I'm reading in July. With The Source of Self-Regard, it's a total of 12 books. That's 12 books to be read in July. Pray for me, everybody. But that is this video. If you enjoyed it, if you liked the style, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video so your friends can also laugh at my cat helping me choose books. If you're not subscribed to my channel, check out my other videos. Subscribe if you want to. And if you do decide to subscribe, click on that notification bell so you can know the minute I have a new video go up. I make new videos every Wednesdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. EST. Yes, at 2 p.m. EST, you'll have a new video go up on Wednesdays and Sundays, and I will see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye. This or this? Come up, this or this? Choose one. This or this? Come up, this or this? This or this? Look, 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 look. Kitty, help me choose this or this. This or this? Choose. Help me choose, please. 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 Oh, God damn. Which one of them do you want? No. Help me choose. This or this? This or this? Choose. This or this? Come up. Choose. This or this? Come up. This or this? This or this? No, 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 no. Come up. Seriously? Are you going to ignore me again? I know you're tired, but like we only have like a couple more books, like 3 more books. Come up. Come up. Come up. This or this. This or this. This or this. This or this. Yo, FVP. Come up. Come up. You're ignoring me on purpose, aren't you? I should have done it was too good to last.